Today we're going to talk about how to handle children's post-COVID-19 social anxiety. My name is Marcela Collier and I am your Parenting with Understanding coach. I received a message on Instagram, a mom telling me, we were in quarantine for a long time. My 2-year-old, she got very used to being with me all day and nobody else coming to the house. And now that America is reopening and we are getting back together with family, it's been so hard. First of all, my child has been so clingy. She just wants to be held. She wants to follow me around all day. And when I have relatives coming to my house, it is a struggle to get her to say hi. It is a struggle to get her to interact with them. And I feel kind of embarrassed. Now she's getting used to a new normal of being with me all day coming out of quarantine. What do I do about this? This mommy is so right about so many things. Yes, children adapt to new situations, to new environments really easy, but at the same time transition them out to what is their new normal, to the normal life, or normal life because it's not as normal. There is for sure a difference between now and how life used to be before the pandemia. However, these transitions for children, these transitions are hard even though they could adapt easily. If your child whines for you when auntie comes home, if he just wants to be held or if he hides between your legs, that just means, Mom, I'm anxious about all these people coming here. I need you to help me cope through that. And there are some things that I want you to keep in mind. Thing number one is to respect our children's physical boundaries. I know that auntie wants to hug him and kiss him because they're little ones. That does not mean that their boundaries are not as valuable and worthy to be respected. So I know that your mother-in-law might be looking at you kind of crazy, kind of weird, because you're not doing anything to force your child to say hi to her. But if you feel kind of that she's judging you, don't feel bad about it. You're doing the right thing. Your child doesn't have to hug her, doesn't have to kiss her, doesn't even have to say hi to her, even if it sounds disrespectful. And this is why. Because he has an emotional need, and that emotional need is expressed through anxiety, and he doesn't know how to cope with that. So before complying to any etiquette or any manners or any social expectation, we need to make sure that their emotional needs are taken care of, right? When my twins went to Colombia for the first time, I threw a big party, and as people were coming in, they were saying hi to some people, but then when people were coming in, just 10 by 10, a lot of people, I have a big family, they were getting shy and they were getting like, okay, I think this is getting too much. And I just respected that. I just told people in a really nice manner, when they're ready, they're warming up to people. When they're ready, they're going to say hi to you. But I didn't obligate them to hug, to kiss, to say hi. Your little one's needs are first. Another thing that you can do is that before everybody starts to come in, as you transition to the new normal activities, to prepare your child, because yes, he might have this anxiety, but you could teach your child coping strategies, meaning ways that he could deal with that anxiety on his own successfully. I showed in one of my TikToks how my child, he was feeling upset and he went himself to the bedroom, to his cool down place without me telling him. He did it himself. I was there watching him. I wasn't really in the bedroom because he wanted to be alone, and I wanted to respect that boundary that he set for us. He closed the door, so I need to be respectful of that. But I was there making sure that he knows I'm connected to him. And he did it on his own, and people were telling me, how do you get him to do that on his own? That's just the fruit of a lot of work that I put into to teach him coping strategies beforehand, meaning before he needed to exercise them. And you could do it as well. You don't have to figure it out on your own. I created the coping strategies guide that is going to tell you how and when to teach coping strategies to your children so they're able to control their behaviors and regulate their emotions when they're upset on their own without needing you. If you want to access this guide, it comes in a PDF format and it costs $17. I'm going to leave the link here down in the description if you want to get it and start teaching your child coping strategies. And the last thing is to give your child breaks. Remember when I told you that I took my twins to Colombia? If you're in a big gathering and this is the first time that he's going to be in a big gathering, even though it is not recommended right now, but people are getting together, follow your child's cues. So if you see that he's getting kind of anxious, that he's getting kind of like his behavior is changing a little bit, he might not be throwing a tantrum, but he's kind of anxious. You can know when he is kind of getting a little uncomfortable, then give him breaks. Say, okay, let's go to the backyard for a little bit, maybe if you're not in your house. Or if you're in your house, okay, let's go play in your room for a little bit. And you could excuse yourself with your mother-in-law. Maybe your husband could help her, keep her entertained while you are with your son. I do that with my twins all the time when different people come in the house because they're not used to, we don't do that a lot. We're not entertainers. I'm not big on bringing people here, but when I do, it is seldom times, and for the twins, it's like, okay, after a little while, they have enough. I take a break with them, and then we're ready to go back to the group. So make sure that you give them breaks. This, moms, is called parenting with understanding. When you respond to the behavior according to the need that your child is communicating. In this case of social anxiety after COVID-19, the need is, Mom, I'm feeling anxious, and so they might have a need to control the situation because they feel out of control with all the people coming in, or they might have a need for survival. If they feel overwhelmed with all those people, they might not feel that safe even if they're safe. So respond to them according to the need and to the feelings, to the things that you see they need, instead of always trying to comply with social standards and social expectations. Your children's needs always come first. That is parenting with understanding. What about if you have a highly sensitive child? It is not because he's after COVID-19 anxiety. It's always been that way. How do you raise a highly sensitive child, a happy, highly sensitive child? There is a way to do this, and I told you how to do it in this video on how to raise a highly sensitive child. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and tell me, did you go back to your regular activities? Let me know. Subscribe to my channel and keep parenting your children with understanding. I'll see you next time. Bye.